And now, please welcome Google Senior Vice President of Ads and Commerce, Sridhar Ramaswamy.
Thank you, everybody. I'm thrilled to be in Las Vegas with all of you today. It's always kind of risky taking a Monday afternoon slot, but hopefully all of you had a quiet night with like no partying, plenty of rest. Kidding aside, it's really important for Google to be here today talking to all of you. Google built its business on the idea that an online ad is only effective if it leads to a click and a purchase. And although it sounds simple, this has revolutionized commerce. As part of doing this, we also democratize advertising so that any business can transform itself into a global business that is able to market itself to the entire world. And of course, this led to an explosion in online retail. And all of these changes led to massive changes in consumer behavior. It challenged the way people shopped and changed it. It also led consumers to be much more informed about your businesses, your products, and we as consumers make considered choices about what we purchase. But today, we are witnessing another revolution in consumer behavior thanks to one simple thing: your smartphone. I want to talk today about how we see smartphones changing the future of commerce, and also about the efforts Google is making to give consumers a frictionless shopping experience, both in the digital world of phones and out in the real world. This smartphone revolution is the biggest thing to happen to commerce since the dawn of the web itself. And the growth of mobile is ceaseless. Last year, there were 4 times as many Android devices sold as there were babies born. And the growth of smartphones has created a world in which we spend nearly every waking hour connected to our devices. We are online all the time. On average, we spend close to 3 hours a day on our phones, and we take them out a staggering 150 times every day. And if you're like me, the first thing that you do when you wake up every morning is to reach for your phone. And you repeat that pattern over and over again throughout the day. And this rapid but fragmented pace of mobile use means that there are more digital moments in all our lives than ever before. And many of these moments are personal, like when we are texting our spouse or looking at someone's vacation pictures or connecting with a friend. And while seeing your friends' photos and status updates is pretty interesting to you, those are not great times for commerce or advertising. But then there are these other moments where we can be very helpful to the consumer. This is when people are using their phones to learn, to discover, and to buy. We call them micro moments, and we think of them as the I want to know, I want to go, I want to do, and I want to buy moments. I want to play a little video that does a great job of highlighting this new world that we live in. Can we roll the video, please?
Grinding sound when you turn the key.
Well, this is Money 2020. We are in Vegas. Oh, thank you. We are in Vegas, so we're going to focus a lot on the I want to buy moments. Let's switch back to the next slide, please. Think about your holiday shopping for a moment. And now is a good time to think about it if you haven't already done so. Can we have the next slide come up? There you go. It used to be that if you, to do your holiday shopping, you'd take a whole day or weekend to go to the mall. You'd spend these marathon days with these huge crowds hitting store after store and checking things off your list. Now, shopping happens in the moments between everything else happening in your life. You can book plane tickets on your commute to work. Hopefully you're not driving when you're booking these tickets. You can search for the perfect gift while you're waiting in line for lunch. You can even find the right Thanksgiving turkey recipe while you're stuck in a boring meeting at work. You know, maybe you don't want to admit that because your boss is like sitting right next to you, but come on, we've all done this. All of this is having a huge impact on the retail industry as a whole. 61% of shoppers start their holiday shopping well before Thanksgiving, and that's 15% more than before. And more than half of them will use their smartphones to holiday shop. This isn't the exception. This is mainstream behavior. There's no longer a sense of urgency to crowd the mall because every day is a shopping day, and every shopping day is filled with dozens of these I want to buy moments. These moments matter to consumers, and they matter to retailers because they're full of intent. They're moments when consumers indicate what it is that they're looking for. These are the moments when preferences are being shaped, and these are the moments where consumers make decisions about what they'll buy. And we at Google think we're uniquely positioned to help retailers win these moments because we're fundamentally a company built on understanding users' intent. Our job has always been to connect people with what they're looking for in the exact moment that they're looking for it. That sounds great, but there's a big problem. It's just really hard to buy things on your phone or with your phone. So I'll get to the with your phone in a second, but on the online part, conversion rates for retailers are twice as high on desktop as they are on mobile, because the act of filling out forms and using your two thumbs to enter information on your phone creates a lot of friction for consumers. Our vision at Google is to make the shopping experience as frictionless as possible across all types of payment experiences. We know that if we can do that, we can create a better consumer experience while driving higher conversion rates for merchants. And one of the ways in which we can help drive better conversion rates for merchants is with Android Pay. As you know, we recently introduced Android Pay, the simple, secure way to pay with your Android device, both in stores and within apps. We are partnering with leading payment processors like Braintree and Stripe to help app developers integrate with our new payment system, Android Pay, with fewer than 10 lines of code. We'll launch the Android Pay in-app API soon, allowing any Android developer to use Android Pay to speed mobile checkout within their shopping apps. But I bet you're thinking, hey, what about the mobile web? To fight the terrible form-filling problem on smartphones, we also developed Chrome Autofill. Anytime you encounter a form on mobile, you can choose to save your address, phone number, and credit card information so that it can automatically populate the next time around. It's only been a few months since we launched this, but already 12% of checkout forms filled out by Chrome users on Android are using autofill. It gives them a much nicer experience while driving higher conversions. And then in some cases, a consumer actually may be eager and ready to buy right from the search result page. In that case, we can provide a great merchant-branded checkout experience that we call Buy on Google. And we give them a button and help merchants boost these instant mobile conversions. We facilitate the purchase, but the retailer owns the customer experience from fulfillment to marketing rights to returns. making this a win-win-win for everybody involved. And while we're making it easier to buy things on your phone, we also want to make it easier for you to buy things with your phone. Even with all of the change that mobile phones are bringing to consumer behavior, the reality is 95% of all commerce is in stores, is physical commerce. And $15 trillion of that commerce is occurring annually with credit, debit, and prepaid cards. We see a real opportunity to bring simplicity to these physical sales with mobile payments. Today, we are at an inflection point with widespread adoption of mobile payments by banks, processors, and merchants. We believe that the future of transactions, especially in the rest of the world, in addition to the US, will take place with our smartphones, and the majority of those will be Android phones. Android has incredible scale. Over 1.4 billion users around the world. And we do this without imposing a one-size-fits-all experience. By offering an open platform, Android has achieved incredible reach with a beautifully diverse and dynamic ecosystem. And like Android, we built Android Pay as an open platform so people will be able to choose the most convenient way to activate it, either through our app or any supported banking app. We want the message to be clear. Android Pay is open for business. We've partnered with American Express, Discover, MasterCard, and Visa to make it incredibly easy for banks to integrate with Android Pay, doing this in the US first, and soon at international scale. And all of this choice and simplicity has led to fantastic growth in Android Pay already. Since our launch just a few weeks ago, we've seen millions of users set up Android Pay, and the majority of them, over 60%, are brand new, not just Google Wallet upgraded users. But even with that great start, we are pushing to educate consumers even more about Android Pay. We've launched a major co-marketing effort. Again, the American Express, MasterCard, Visa, and all of our issuing bank partners to drive awareness and activation. And we are working with AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon Wireless to train tens of thousands of their sales reps to ensure that customers are set up to walk out paying with their new Android device. And while Android Pay at its core is a way to pay with your Android device, we didn't want to stop at credit and debit cards. We want to embrace all of the private label cards, the loyalty programs, gift cards, and coupons that are such a big part of the retail experience today. With just one tap, you can use your gift card or collect and apply your loyalty points, no matter which credit or debit card you're using to pay with. And in the next few weeks, we're launching a new feature in collaboration with Coke to send your loyalty data right along with your payment in a single tap. And anyone who buys a Coke with Android Pay in any of their 20,000 NFC-enabled Coke vending machines in the US can automatically earn or apply My Coke Rewards points. And lots more merchants are on the way. We think this is going to be a big benefit for both consumers and retailers. So I'd like to urge all of you to bring your loyalty programs to Android Pay. And there are over 1 million locations across the United States that already accept tap and pay, with more being added every day. And already this holiday season, 40% of people say that they're likely to use their smartphone to pay. And in light of that growing activity, we're launching a special holiday promotion for Android Pay users. As you're shopping for family and friends this holiday season, you can also make the season a little bit brighter for those in need. For every Android Pay purchase made this holiday, Google will donate $1, up to $1 million of total donation. And because everybody loves a good bargain, we're going to double our contribution for all taps made on Black Friday to $2 a tap. Thank you. Thank you. So, buy with Google, Chrome autofill, Android Pay. These are some of the things that we're doing to drive the friction out of commerce. But I bet all of you want to know what's coming up. So I want to talk to you about Google's vision for the future of commerce, one where consumers have a much richer experience, and one where retailers and banks all of you, are better equipped to serve them. As a consumer, you know far more about what you want to buy and where you want to buy it. This is, of course, based on what you learn and do on your phone. But for retailers, that merging of digital and physical world hasn't given them that same kind of thorough knowledge about their customers. In fact, as a retailer, you only learn something about your customer the moment they're about to walk out of your store. That leaves retailers at a disadvantage, and it limits the kind of personalized customer service that they can provide. But we boldly predict that within the next 5 years, all of this is going to change. Smartphones will revolutionize the physical shopping experience by enabling unique and highly personalized customer service as soon as someone enters the store. With the consumer's permission, you as a retailer will be able to know the customer's purchase history and preferences, allowing them to offer updates, like this reminder that's made for me, discounts or coupons automatically on their phones, and give them a tailored level of service. And we think that the digital and physical shopping experiences are going to blend even further. Every merchant has an app already, but only a few offer the ability to deliver the kind of experiences that consumers are beginning to take for granted. That you can order something on your phone, but pick it up at the store if that's what's convenient for you. Or that you can visit a store to browse, but be safe in the knowledge that even if you can't find the product in the store because it's out of stock, you can have it shipped to you, rather than have you go to another location. And we can take payment security even further as well. We can make shopping lines a thing of the past by allowing customers to instantly purchase something within a store. And we can drive down fraud, both physical and digital, by improving security even more. This way, we bring a ton of value back into the ecosystem. This is a world where commerce is nearly frictionless, where consumers have a much easier and more fulfilling shopping experience, where not only retailers, but banks and other financial institutions are fully equipped to provide the best possible service to their customers. And a world in which consumers will naturally reach for their smartphones rather than credit cards or cash to make their everyday purchases. To us, this is a very bright future, but it's one that we can realize only if we all work together. The journey to create this kind of connected future is going to be a long one, and many of the paradigms that have existed in shopping for a long time, decades, will need to change. But it's a brighter future for all of us, and we look forward to partnering with everyone in this room to reinvent commerce for this new mobile age that we are all entering. Thank you very much.